Oh. After waking up to your alarm after a long night's sleep, there's nothing better to start your day than a high quality breakfast. And I'll be the first to admit I'm not good at this. Half the time I just drive through the drive-thru. Sometimes I don't even grab breakfast at all, which is extra bad. But you know, I definitely notice the difference between when I do have a nice quality breakfast and when I don't. It helps change my outlook on the day. It makes me feel energized, makes me feel good. And to me, there's a lot of different breakfast options, but nothing's more quintessential than eggs. And there's tons of different ways to make eggs. You can break them potentially. I'm gonna put this back. You can scramble them, you can poach them, you can make a little eggs Benedict situation, you can do an omelet, but to me there's nothing more quintessential than eggs on toast, scrambled eggs on toast. And every time, ever since I started cooking, I've always made them the same way. I've put a little bit of butter in the pan, put a little bit of cheese in there, because I always like cheese in my eggs.
Is the cheese. You gotta add the cheese.
I've scrambled the eggs, put a little salt and pepper, get a piece of toast, butter the toast, and put the eggs on top, and that's really kind of all there is to it. And for a long time I was fine with that, and I was okay with that, but it occurred to me that maybe I could be doing something better. I've spent a lot of time, working in the kitchen and trying to make better things and make my cooking more interesting. Like, there's cheese in this. Like, you go to a restaurant, you ask for cheese in your eggs, and they look at you like you're crazy. I think the cheese is a crutch. I don't know, I think you can do better.
Is that a challenge?
It's a challenge! Maybe there's a perfect scrambled egg, and if I can find it, if I can figure it out, then I would just make that all the time, and everyone can make that all the time, and the debate's over, and we've settled it, and we figured it out. Every professional chef has their idea on what the perfect scrambled egg is. So I figured that the best place to start was a resource that I had in my kitchen. One in particular is how to cook everything. If I'm gonna learn how to cook scrambled eggs, it should be in this book. They have the everyday scrambled eggs, and that's cool, but we're going for the best scrambled eggs. And of course, they have a recipe entitled The Best Scrambled Eggs. So that's the one we've gotta go with.
They said to add a dash of cream to it, which I don't understand. I've always been more in the anti-add things to the eggs camp.
Instead of cooking it on, medium-high heat, like I've always done, you cook it low and slow for a very long time, upwards of 40 minutes.
I mean, maybe the only thing is, like, if this is like the best scrambled egg of all time, then like maybe the time is worth it, but I don't know that I see that.
But something must have been in the air, because when I made those eggs, the result was not something silky smooth and joyous and beautiful. Instead, a devious concoction was conceived. Yeah, I don't know about this.
You want me to eat this?
That's from How to Cook Everything by Mark Bittman.
I'm so sorry, I cannot put that in my mouth. This looks like throw up or like poop or something.
And it's extra bizarre because I tried making them again and then they turned out just fine. But on this day, it just didn't work. This is what you get out of 30 minutes?
The texture is disgusting. It's like slimy and... This is not it.
It's not it?
Mm-mm.
Sorry, Mark Bittman. I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you're a good guy. Maybe we'll try another chef. We'll see what another cook has to say.
Good idea.
We gotta change it up. We gotta go to higher pedigree, someone more famous. And there's one chef in particular who's a very famous way of making scrambled eggs, and it's Mr. Kitchen Nightmares himself, Mr. Gordon Ramsay. Instead of doing it in a frying pan, he grabs a saucepan.
Which I like this idea, because I think it's too easy on like one of those long, wider pans to overcook them. So if you do this, then it's easier to control that, I feel like.
Instead of doing it low and slow like Mr. Loser Bittman over there, he cooks it on high heat. And he has this very particular strategy about it. Have the pan on high heat, and then you take it off the heat, and on the heat, and off the heat, and on the heat. And that's supposed to help regulate the temperature of the eggs. Then, at the end, you finish it up to cool off the eggs and prevent the cooking. You throw in a dollop of creme fraiche.
They don't have it in the store. I literally asked 3 people in the store. They don't have it. So I tried making my own. This is just a liquidy mess. So we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna use sour cream because sour cream is supposedly a viable substitute.
And we'll upgrade the bread. We're gonna, I like my potato bread, but we're gonna upgrade it to a real sort of bread situation. And I quite like the result, honestly. I think it turned out pretty good. Definitely better than my original eggs with its cheddar cheese.
That's damn tasty though.
Is that the perfect scrambled egg? I don't really know.
The cream surprised me. I thought that wouldn't work.
I quite like the Ramsay eggs, but my co-taste tester felt otherwise, and she threw a wrench in this whole situation.
I don't know if I'm a creamy egg type of girl. I like my eggs a little more on like the well done side, and you know what I love in my eggs?
What?
Feta.
Feta?
Yeah, I love feta cheese in my eggs.
What happened to like the no cheese thing? That was a crutch.
Well, that was your opinion. Look, I am all about feta. Feta makes everything better.
I don't like feta cheese, I'm sorry. And it doesn't even melt properly, so you won't get in the eggs at all, but it is pretty popular. There's a lot of different recipes online that use feta cheese, and sometimes they'll mix in other kinds of vegetables, onions, spinach, that sort of thing. Brought back out the frying pan. We like the thicker, larger curd situation.
Some of this crumbly feta. I'll go for the smaller crumbles of feta.
So yeah, not my favorite. Clink.
I don't really taste the feta that much.
You don't?
I'm gonna try it. Oh, it's home. Oh, there it is. It's never been my thing.
But it was her favorite of the lot, so I guess that's a win. But I don't know if they're the perfect eggs. I think I just prefer like the thinner curd. Like, do you like how cooked this is? And how you like your chunk?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not for me. So it's like I think I prefer going back to like almost the Ramsay method of like just really quickly like on the heat, off the heat, in the saucepan, just really going through, whipping it up. I thought back to what I thought were the best scrambled eggs I'd ever had, and it was a few years ago on a vacation in Asbury Park, New Jersey, at some indiscriminate location. On that day, I had a slice of toast, and on top of that toast was ricotta cheese. And on top of the ricotta cheese was beautiful, luscious, soft scrambled eggs. And could I, as a lowly home cook, potentially recreate this magic in my home kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible.
To me, that was the best scrambled egg. That was the perfect one. I had achieved my perfection that I had oh so desired, but it didn't reach a full consensus.
It's just like crazy because like we started with like typical your normal way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I really like the feta one too, but that one was probably my favorite, the first one.
The first one.
Probably.
So this is a big old waste of time.
Well, hey, those are your words, not mine.
I was hopeful going into this that I could solve the whole problem and make the definitive scrambled egg, because everyone says you have to do it this way. Different chefs contradict each other all the time with their different ideas. So I thought I, as a lowly YouTuber, could solve this problem. But I can't, because everyone has their own different opinion on the matter, and everyone has their own different taste buds, and everyone has their own ideas on what's easier and what's better and what's more consistent.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that like different people have their own styles, their own tastes. Everybody's gonna have their own egg preference.
Despite not finding the perfect scrambled egg, or at least not the perfect scrambled egg for everyone, I don't regret doing the process, because at the very least I found the perfect scrambled egg for me. And since then, I've not made scrambled eggs any other way. I'll put a little bit of sour cream in there from the Gordon Ramsay. I use the saucepan, and I'm gonna put the ricotta cheese on there because that changes everything. You might not like it. You might want to do some crazy thing with some feta cheese, or put some freaking olives in there, or take a live sheep and put it on top. Experimentation is great, and we should all experiment with everything that we do creatively, both in and out of the kitchen, because it'll leave us more satisfied, and we'll keep improving our craft and trying new things, and it'll be great. And they lived happily ever after. Thank you. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is part of a larger collab over on my buddy Lamhooch channel. A bunch of my friends and I all made different little mini videos about food-related topics, which is outside of the comfort zone of many of us. But it was a lot of fun. I like doing food things. Food is great. If you're new here, it's been a while since I've made something, but I'm working on a longer term project that'll hopefully be out sometime soon. In the meantime, you can check out a video I made about the Peanuts animated catalog that came out a while ago, but people seem to like it. It's the most popular video on the channel, so thank you all so much for watching. And then you can also watch a video I made a few years back about A Tribe Called Quest, the hip-hop group, and their final album, and how it pays tribute to Phife Dawg, rest in peace. Follow me on all the things. Twitter does not exist anymore, but I'm on the other new Twitters that aren't Twitter, so you can follow me there. If not, just stick around here. We're gonna keep doing stuff. It's gonna be great. See you around.
Hey. Having breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's one in there for you. Let's
yeah, let's grab
get
it.
it for you.